So guys, I'm back from vacation and I have a ton of cool videos and footage to show you. I actually posted a poll on Twitter asking you what you wanted to see first. You guys voted and this was the top video, so I'm going to be doing this video first. This is a very simple waterproof iPhone 10 case with a little floaty strap. I strategically bought this when I was going on vacation. I was going to the Dry Tortugas, which I don't know if you've heard of that. I never did until I started going on vacation to Key West. But anyway, you take a boat to the Dry Tortugas. It's 70 miles away from Key West. Key West is already the most southern point of the whole U.S. anyway. So you're kind of just going in the middle of nowhere. But when you go to the middle of nowhere, like, it's worth it. It is so beautiful. The water is like 20 million different shades of blue. There's a fort on Dry Tortugas. Like this time of the year, November, I could snorkel no problem with no wetsuit on or anything. It was like 75 degrees. It's like perfect weather, perfect water, perfect everything. So I even bought this Sony RX100 Mark V specifically for this trip because I wanted like better quality than a GoPro. I didn't want GoPro footage. I was tired of it. Like GoPro footage is okay, but it doesn't like give you that depth of field that these types of cameras would. So like if I put this up, in theory it should focus on it like that. Like GoPros don't do anything like that. So what I wanted to do was film with my Sony RX100, and I actually got a waterproof case for it. Like this case is legit. Like this case is legit. Like it works with everything. There's buttons. Like if you want the ultimate waterproof setup for your camera, consider the Sony RX100 and this case right here. I'll put links in the description below for this setup that you see right now. It's actually really good and a huge step up from GoPros. And again, the Sony RX100 is what I'm filming on right now as well. But back to my story on how I almost lost my iPhone 10. So, the reason I got this, the iPhone 10 is water resistant, but I've had issues with waterproof for water resistant devices before where they claim to be water resistant, but they aren't. They leak. But also the thing is, the Dry Tortugas is the ocean. If you're taking a device into the water, especially salt water, you don't want to do that. You definitely want to put it in a case. So that's what I did. And this isn't the best case in the world. Like, it was so cheap. It was like 20 bucks, I think. This little floaty thing was $6. I know LifeProof, they make cases, but honestly, between me and you, they're not very good. Like, you spend almost $100 for a waterproof case when it's basically this same type of material. It's just plastic at the end of the day. And the waterproof housings from LifeProof eventually fall apart. Like, the glue comes undone and it's just a waste of money. So definitely get something like this. I'll put links in the description below for this as well. But anyway, so back to my story. I keep digressing. I had this in my pocket with my phone, of course, and then I had my camera. So just kind of put all that together. Like, my pockets are full. So I have my phone in my pocket, I have a camera, I have my snorkel mask, I have my, what the heck is that called? The tube that you snorkel out of. I have all of that. So I'm not just swimming in the water. Like, I have a lot going on. I also have my flippers on. And for whatever reason, this time of the year, and the side of the island that I chose to snorkel on was the roughest. So when you're snorkeling normally, the water's flat and you have your little breathing apparatus up and you're fine and dandy. But today, the waves were crashing and like crashing over my snorkel thing, so I would end up breathing in water or just not being able to breathe at all. Also, keep in mind that there's a crap ton of jellyfish for some reason out today, and they like to congregate like in the weeds and stuff like that. I got stung on my leg pretty bad. So what had happened was, it's a combination of a bunch of different things. Basically everything I just told you. I got stung by a jellyfish, like in this exact moment. A wave crashed over. I inhaled like a little bit of water. Like, I was perfectly fine. Like, I wasn't dying. But you know how like when you get water if you ever swallow water and like your only instinct is to just like cough it up, and it's a very like uncomfortable feeling. That's what I was going through right then and there. But combine that with being in like 15-foot deep water. I have this camera I'm holding. My phone is in my pocket. I have no concern of that. I'm just literally trying to not drown. Trying to cough up this water. At this point, I'm like, okay, I've had enough. Like, I'm not going to quit snorkeling, but I need to put some stuff back up on the shore. I need to get rid of my phone. I need to get rid of some other stuff. I'm just carrying too much for the environment that's out there right there. I'm like trying to be a freaking National Geographic videographer when I don't need to be. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to start paddling to shore. I do this like obsessive pocket check, and lo and behold, my phone is not in my pocket. So during that dramatic whatever episode I had of breathing in water, getting stung by a jellyfish, trying to hold on all my crap, trying to hold on to this National Geographic freaking camera case and not letting this thing fly away, because obviously this is more valuable than my life. Yeah, so this just slipped out of my pocket. Luckily for me, I was okay because there was this little yellow floaty thing. If this thing had not been on this waterproof case, or if I did not have the waterproof case to begin with, the phone would have fallen to the bottom of the freaking ocean. Because when I say I'm snorkeling at 15 foot, yeah, the water's 15 foot, but it slopes down. So I could have dropped my phone, it would have fallen, and then it could have just gone down into the abyss of the ocean, which I only assume is probably like 3.7 miles, the Mariana Trench. I'm sure I'm snorkeling right above it. But yeah, like it could have gotten to a point where I couldn't have got it. Because yeah, it would have been really deep, but then also the visibility wasn't completely perfect. So there's a point where you look down and you can't even see the bottom. And hell if I'm going to be trying to find a phone in who knows how deep of water, who knows what is down there. I have a kind of a fear of the ocean, so it's kind of weird I love to snorkel. And also, a really funny thing to point out is that the Dry Tortugas, it's in the middle of the ocean. There are no lifeguards. There is no requirement to wear a life jacket, so I don't have any of this. Like, I'm by myself even, snorkeling. So, quickly through my head, I just like, it flashes through my head like, oh my god, I'm going to drown. I'm going to be lost at sea. And there's nothing going to be left of me but a floating iPhone and this National Geographic camera showing the footage of me drowning to death over some dramatic ounce of water being swallowed and a stupid jellyfish that stung me. Anyway, that probably sums it up. That probably sums up the story of how I almost lost my iPhone 10 and how this stupid little floaty thing saved me and how this waterproof case saved me. So if you guys are watching this and you want to learn a lesson from me, do not take your precious electronics in the ocean without protection. Not just a waterproof case, because they don't make your device float. You need something like this, and where this case shines is that it has a little attachment right here as well. So it's perfect, and then if you ever get tired of the waterproof floaty thing, you can just snap it right off. Yeah guys, so don't forget, leave comments below, like how does this footage look? I would assume this looks better or somewhat similar to my normal everyday footage I do, but then the underwater footage that you guys saw should be like the next level compared to most people's GoPros, because this camera put into this body underwater should be pretty groundbreaking, and all the footage that you saw today was filmed with this camera. So like I said, if you want to check out this camera or the body, links below. If you want to check out this cheap case that saved my phone, I'll put links below as well. And that's it. And that is really it, guys. This camera sucks because it only records in 5-minute increments and it's about to overheat. So I have to quickly end this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you later. Bye.